Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Eagle, Soviet Far East Command 3.5. Okay, with these guys, we go straight to diplomacy. FEC, wait a minute, just not enough money. They're supposed to spend 2 for that. Okay, hang on, I gotta recalculate. There we go, a little repair on the fly. So they're spending 2 for their diplomacy. They're getting the 2 free die and spending 2 for a third. Wait a minute. Hang on, I've suddenly confused myself. All right, sorry about that. All straightened out. Yeah. They're spending 2 on a paid diplomacy die and they're getting the 2 free die. They're going to use the 2 free dice to try to sign a military pact with Vietnam, and they're going to use the paid die to try to do the same thing again with Mongolia. There we go. Now we're straight. All right, military aid. They are spending 7 to send Vietnam a fighter and an attack chopper. That's 6. Yeah. Well, I have messed up on math again. That's 6. All right, hang on a second. Okay, now we're finally straightened out. So a fighter and an attack chopper adds up to 11, minus 2 for arms sales is 9. With the 10 that is left, FEC is buying themselves a pair of next-gen MBTs, and as before, they're building 2 cruise missiles and 2 anti-ship missiles. Combat. Yes, there is going to be some combat. I will put the camera right there and walk around here to detail the action for you. Okay, the first thing that happens, this SSN and P-16 comes off silent running. This destroyer from P-8, 1-2, down there to join the SSN, they're going to form a screening force to try to take out this Chinese diesel boat. If they are successful, then the guys on this card here that you can't see, but it's up here, it's an amphib carrying 2 Marines. He's got to stay behind there. An amphib carrying 2 Marines with a battle cruiser and a cruiser coming along for shore bombardment shots. We'll go 1, 2, and come around here for an amphibious assault on Beijing. There's a medium bomber from this heavy aircraft cruiser that will also 1, 2, 3 around here to join the attack. Then all of the forces in southern Manchuria are going to go into the attack on Beijing. That's 2 attack choppers, a SAM, 2 self-propelled artillery that will shoot chemical, 2 mechs, 2 MBTs, and 4 next-gen MBTs. So they're going in. This fighter from central Manchuria, 1-2, in to join the attack. The 2 SRBMs from central Manchuria combat move to southern Manchuria so they can take their chemical shots into Beijing. the ASF from Vladivostok 123 to get in there and join the action. The backfire bomber from Vladivostok will also be flying in to carpet bomb. And I think that's everybody on that action. I have all of the defenders of Beijing on a card already to carry over, so you'll see those on the battle board. And then the other combat that's going to happen is going to take place here from the blow-up box. Here from the blow-up box. This SSN in P45 is going to move one space up to P36, where it is going to shoot a pair of cruise missiles into Guangxi in surgical strike. The attack bomber from South Vietnam will go 1-2 in there to join the surgical strike. They will have spy satellite support, so target select and full attack value. And there's no SAM there, so there's no air defense or missile defense. And there's no fighters that can scramble into there. So they're going to be targeting 3 light infantry and field artillery. And that will do it for combat. So let's get over here. Now the first thing we're going to do is our diplomacy rolls during combat resolution. So the 2 dice are Vietnam. There's a 12. Vietnam signs the military pact. And then the single die is Mongolia. Miss with a 6. But Vietnam does sign the military pact. So FEC is going to go up 2 from 12 to 14. And I will change forces out off camera. I'm not going to waste time doing that. So the first thing we're going to do here is the surgical strike in Guangxi. So we've got 2 cruise missiles and an attack bomber. Okay, there is 1 hit by a cruise missile. Everything else missed. So the Chinese decide to take their field artillery as the casualty. Okay, that's that. Now we got the big fight in Beijing. Well, we've got to have the screening force battle first. So that is a destroyer and an SSN going up against a diesel boat. And there are also 2 Chinese ASW choppers in the zone that can attack that SSN. The FEC SSN gets first strike. The diesel boat does not because of the destroyer. So first off, Soviet SSN. Okay, there's the first strike hit. The diesel boat is killed. The 2 ASW choppers, well, they had to commit to the attack before any dice were rolled, and they already committed, so well, the destroyer gets to shoot at them. it missed. So now one of the ASW choppers does get a hit. So the Soviet SSN goes down. So these are both killed. And since there's no longer a viable target, the ASW choppers have to land. So there's that. All right, now the way is open for the moving force to come around. So I'll get everything moved over to the battle boards. Okay, here it is. Got everything here. So there's shore bombardment for first strike, 2 SRBMs shooting chemical, 2 self-propelled artillery shooting chemical. China has SAM and a field artillery shooting chemical in first strike. They have their People's War marker, so the airborne and the paramilitary are each get a +1. 2 Marines and 2 mechs have close air support from the 2 attack choppers, so they're boosted. There we go. So first up, we have a cruiser and a battle cruiser with shore bombardment. They both miss. Now we've got 2 self-propelled artillery shooting chemical. They get 1 first strike hit. Now you have 2 SRBMs shooting their chemical. They miss. Okay, in response, the Chinese have their SAM taking 3 shots. He gets 1 air hit in defense. And then they have their field artillery that gets 1 first strike hit with chemical. Okay, so the Chinese have to take a first strike. They will take it on the field artillery. FEC has to take an air hit, which they're going to take on the air superiority fighter. And then they have to take a first strike hit, which they will take on they'll take on one of the self-propelled artillery. So that comes off. Okay, here we go with the rest of it. There's a fighter on air superiority. It's a miss. Sam gets 3 shots for 1 air hit. Okay, backfire carpet bombs with 3 dice. Miss. Got 2 Marines and 2 mechs. There are 2 hits. Now you got 3 MBTs. There are 2 land target select hits. Actually, It's going to be 1 land target select and 1 reactive armor target select, because they do have a next-gen MBT. Okay, now you got medium bomber. There is another general hit. 2 attack choppers. There is a land target select hit. And 4 next-gen MBTs. There are 2 general hits and 1 land target select. So 2 general hits, that takes that to 5. And then another land target select takes that up to 3. Okay, defenders. They have 4 early gen fighters on air superiority. And they get 1 hit. It's already out there. And for that, since it is an air-to-air kill, China gets 1 air battle star. Okay, now there are 4 early gen MBTs for 1 general hit. Now we have paramilitary airborne and a defending medium bomber all at 3. Nothing. 2 MBTs. Nothing. Next gen MBT. A reactive armor target select hit. There we go. Reactive armor target select. Chinese didn't do too good. Okay, the reactive armor target select by the Soviets kills the next gen MBT. Then they get 3 more target select hits, so they're going to kill 2 MBTs. And since they defend higher, take out the airborne with the 3rd of those hits. Okay, an air hit by the defender. An air hit by the defender. They're going to take on the fighter. And then they have a reactive armor target select, so they're going to kill one of these next-gen MBTs. Clear that up. Okay, 5 general hits have to be taken by the Chinese. So they're going to take a SAM for 1. And then the 4 early gen MBTs. That clears that off. The attacking Soviets have to take 1 general hit that they will take on their SAM. Clear that off. Move these guys over here to the 3 box. These guys are in the retirement box. This guy's in the retirement box. So here we go. We've got 2 Marines and 2 mechs. There are 2 general hits. So now 3 MBTs. There is a land target select. Okay, medium bomber. There's another general hit. Attack choppers. Miss. Next gen MBTs. 1 land target select. Okay, they got 5 hits in total, but that's not going to be enough because the Chinese have 6 defenders. Nobody has any target selects, so 1, 2, 3. 6 defenders, all roll in at 3. For nothing. Okay, so the paramilitary has to go off. And then they take the 4 early gen fighters for the other hits, leaving a lone medium bomber to defend. And let's see if we can end this quick. 3 next gen MBTs. There is the hit that is needed. Go on and do the 2 attack choppers just in case. There's 2 overkills. Plenty of hits. So now the medium bomber defends and misses. He's gone. All right, so give FEC a land battle star for capturing the territory. I'm going to put things back and then we'll go through the rest of it. Okay, here we go. So this is going to be FEC up 3 more to 17. China down 3 to 6. FEC up 17. China down 3 to 6. Coming around here. You can see the FEC now controls Beijing. Deng Xiaoping has retreated to the interior to northern Yunnan to try to rally his people. There will be further consequences for this Soviet victory, but those will take place on China's turn. So let's see, let's get these off here out of the way. So now we do non-combat movement. This is actually supposed to be there. So the 2 frigates and the heavy aircraft cruiser with his ASW chopper are coming around here to join the rest of the fleet again. So they go over here on the card. The destroyer goes back on the card with them. The medium bomber goes back out to the heavy aircraft cruiser to land. The backfire flies back to Vladivostok. The 2 MBTs from Vladivostok, 1, 2, into southern Manchuria. And over here, the fighter from Uzbekistan flies into western Xinjiang. And down here in Vietnam, the attack bomber lands in North Vietnam. These things come off. The MBT is going to move from South Vietnam to North Vietnam. Remember, this is now Soviet. They got the military pact. So the early gen fighter is going to move up there as well. The SAM will remain in South Vietnam. Along with the 3 light infantry. So that's going to be, well, let's see. Did I already move them up? I think I did. See, they started at 10, and they got 1, 2. Hang on just a second while I do some more math. Yes, I already gave them the 2 IPP for the military pact with Vietnam, so that's all good. I said I'll put roundels on and change the pieces out to what they're supposed to be off camera. Let's see. Actually, there is a destroyer and an amphib in port in South Vietnam. They are going to come out of port, and they're going to go 1, 2. No, wait, they can't. There's Chinese subs there to block their movement. Okay, never mind. They're going to stay in port. They're going to stay where they are for now. Okay, I think that's it for non-combat movement. So now we need to place units. The 2 next-gen MBTs will go up here in Vladivostok. And that's it for that. The military aid still gets delivered, even though there was an alignment during the process, still gets delivered. So, attack chopper. Let's see now. Do we have a route to deliver this aid? Actually, we don't at the moment. Because anyway, the Soviets try to deliver this aid by sea, they're blocked by Chinese subs. They can't come inside the Sea of Japan route. They can't come outside Japan on the Pacific route because they're blocked. You have to follow the shortest available path. So, these 2 units will have to come over here and go in the place units box. Where did I get the attack chopper? They'll have to go in the place units box until they can be legally delivered. Okay, there's that. Shot 2 cruise missiles, built 2. That doesn't change. I'll add 2 more anti-ship missiles. FEC is at 17, plus the 2 for the Southern P8 and P9, and then plus 3 for P3 and P, or you know what I'm talking about. The C-zone bonuses add up to 7, and then they get plus 3 more for get +3 more for something. What was it? I wrote down the amount, but I forgot what it's for. Okay, well, I've no enemy. Okay, the other +3 is for. No, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. The other +3 is for Chinese home country zones with no IPP value. So it's 17 plus 9 is going to make 26. Sorry about the confusion. I'm just having trouble with math. As we say in our game group, math is hard. Okay, there we are. Ozark Outpost. Over and out.